Is Canyon County's housing market quietly heating up again? Or are we simply watching the return of normal seasonality? Well, welcome to Mikey's monthly market update for June of 2025. This is where we break down what's really happening in the Boise housing market, especially here in Canyon County, which includes cities like Nampa, Caldwell, Middleton, and other fast-growing communities. So whether you're tracking trends as a buyer, seller, or an investor, or you're just curious about the local real estate shifts, this is where the noise stops and clarity begins. Hi there, everyone. I'm Mike Petras with MPRE Boise, and today we're diving into the latest numbers for Canyon County, covering home prices, inventory, buyer activity, and how the market is evolving as we move into the heart of the summer selling season. But before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications, because each month I release a private subscriber-only video breaking down actionable strategies tailored to buyers, sellers, and investors. And it's not published publicly. So if you want those insights, be sure to subscribe. Also, if you're looking to relocate right here to the Treasure Valley from out of state, feel free to dive into my free relocation guide that can be found in the description below, or simply scan the QR code right over here to my left. It dives into the cities, some of the neighborhoods, schools, and so much more. It is something that you definitely want if you're looking to make a relocation right here. So, all right, let's dive in and take a look at the data. Well, the median home sold price in Canyon County in May came in at $433,490. That's up 4.27% from April, marking it one of the strongest month-over-month gains we've seen this year. And since January of 2025, prices are up 1.95%. Compared to January of 2024, we've climbed 7.73%, and we're even up 8.78% from January of 2023. Even compared to January of 2022, we're now 1.98% higher, showing a full market rebound from the last major correction. But with that said, we're still down 9.03% since that correction, the peak, which came in late May, early June of 2022. So while we haven't hit those highs again, we've clearly stabilized and are now regaining ground steadily and sustainably. In the resale market, existing homes posted a median sale price of $410,000 for May. That's a sharp 6.1% increase from April's $384,990, making this one of the most aggressive short-term jumps in recent months. Since January of 2025, resale prices are also up 3.66%. We're also 6.1% above January of 2024. And get this, 17.32% higher than January of 2023, and even 4.88% above January of 2022. The only benchmark we're still under is the peak. And even there, it's only 3.53% below the highs of $425,000. This tells us the resale market has completely regained its footing and in many ways surpassed expectations. New construction showed a different tone. The median price for new builds in May was sitting at $450,000. And year to date, we're only up 0.28% from January of 2025. But when we look at the long trends, the appreciation is more clear. Prices are up 10% from January 2024 and up 7.68% from January of 2023, showing that builders have been steadily increasing prices, just more gradually. Still, new construction remains 3.23% below January 2022 levels and 18.03% below the peak, which is where we saw the median home sold price hit $549,000. The big takeaway here is that builder pricing is plateauing and incentives are doing more of the heavy lifting than sticker price increases. Now let's talk inventory. We ended May with 1,151 active listings across all single-family homes in Canyon County. That's just slightly below April's 1,157, suggesting the growth in available homes may be leveling off, at least temporarily. The mix includes 592 existing homes and 599 new construction homes, showing continued balance between both segments. Pending activity dipped slightly down to 791 homes under contract, down from April's 809, and closed sales also slipped from 492 in April to 464 in May. This drop in pendings and closings is modest, but worth watching. It could reflect a timing delay in loan processing or simply fewer offers during the Easter to spring break window. Either way, the market remains active, just not accelerating at the same pace we saw last month. Days on market also continues to tighten. The overall average in May was at 42 days, down from 46 in April. Existing homes moved the fastest, averaging just 32 days, while new construction came in at 54. Buyers are clearly acting faster on the resales, especially those that are priced right and are move-in ready. Builders, on the other hand, continue to see long timelines, which is typical given construction delays and financing packages. Cancellations and expirations also did rise this month. We saw 136 canceled listings and 12 expireds, up from 75 and 15 in April. This uptick could be a sign that some sellers overshot on pricing or weren't truly motivated to begin with. The market is showing it has no patience for overpriced listings, especially with more inventory available. So what does this all mean for the Canyon County housing market? Well, the most important signal right now is that prices are rising, particularly in the resale segment, while inventory remains stable. We're also seeing clear evidence that buyers' demand is still strong enough to keep up with the supply, even after a year of interest rate volatility. But as we move into the summer, we're entering a critical stretch. If inventory climbs again in June and July, but buyer activity begins to flatten, we can see another stabilization or even mild corrections in certain segments like new construction. However, if buyer momentum continues and listings stay in check, we may see further appreciation, especially in the resale market, which is already showing strong annual gains. So one key number to watch is months of inventory, which currently sits at 2.48 months across all single-family homes. For existing homes, it's slightly tighter at 2.31 months, and new construction shows 2.68 months worth of inventory. All three of these figures point to a balanced market, but they also mean that if demand increases even slightly, we could easily shift back into a seller favor zone. So if you want specific strategies that work in this kind of market, whether you're buying, selling, or investing, subscribe now. Hit the notification bell, because I'll be breaking these down in an unlisted video that only subscribers will get access to. And if you found this update helpful, please give it a like. Also, please feel free to share it with somebody who's watching the market closely. And also, don't forget to download my free relocation guide. That can be found in the description below, or simply scan the QR code right over here to my left, especially if Canyon County is on your radar. Well, thanks again for watching, everybody. I will see you next month. God bless. And I look forward to the day that I call you my neighbor.